So
nice work.
that comes out as a unit. I'm going to be reusing the bolt and washer and cup thingy bob.
I didn't expect the cup to come out with it.
Yeah, it surprised me the first time.
What's happening? Welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Jake, of course, out here at Dr. Torque's garage. We've never called it your garage before, but I kind of like that, Dr. Torque's garage. But what are we here today for? And hi, by the way, this is an overkill lawnmower, is what I like to refer to that as. It's the way you make mowing fun. Super overkill. However, we've ran into a situation where there could be an improvement. Mr. Torque, what exactly are we doing today, and why are we doing it? Mr. Dr. Torque?
Oh,
Dr.
yeah,
Torque. That's true. The doctor is in.
So, historically on my own lawn, I don't like, bagging because I'm lazy. And I don't like having a whole bunch of clippings all over the lawn either. And when I got this, all the videos I'd seen of people using this type of machine, they just mowed over the lawn a few times and then everything disappeared. Apparently my type of lawn does not do that.
And what is this? Let's give the folks at home an idea what we're looking at here, because this is
You mean the Gravely Pro Stance?
the Gravely Pro Stance 32. Yes.
So
It's
a stand-on, zero turn.
Stand on, stand behind, zero turn.
And so
it's a serious machine.
Yes. And I wanted to try to mulch my clippings. And so I bought some gator blades and a chute blocker, which somebody had said would work as a mulcher, but it does not.
Well, so the idea is, instead of spitting out all your clippings, you use this baby, and it forces it to recirculate and kind of chop up stuff, right?
That's the idea, except there's so much open space on this side here that when the door is shut, a whole bunch of the grass blades just get stuck over there. Nope. Other way.
No. Push it this way. No. Well, that's what I was doing, wasn't I?
You were pulling this.
At first I was.
You were moving this because you were pulling the wrong direction.
I see.
But anyway.
Know how to operate your equipment.
It opens and shuts, which the idea of this originally is actually just to make it so you don't blow clippings on somebody's house or in the neighbor's yard or up on the patio, etc. But we were hoping it would work as a mulcher, but it did not. So this is actually a nice unit. It's from Quick Shoot out of Florida. And you can see how it functions. Open, shut, etc.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
It's not quite doing what I want, so I ended up buying a mulching kit from the manufacturer, which is Gravely. And Uncle Jake is standing on one of the old blades. So we can pick one of those up and take them further into my lair.
Welcome to my lair.
And over here I have the mulching kit, which consists of basically a blocker so the grass doesn't go out anymore, and it also fills the space and kind of isolates each blade a little bit so that they circulate and chop up the grass more.
So this goes like over on the chute side of things?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then it comes with a different type of blade here, where you can see on the original blade it's only sharpened from here to here, and on this one it has a different shape to it a little bit.
Yeah, and I touch that one, it will slice your finger.
But it's also
way sharp.
It's got a different shape, so it recirculates better, and it also has more of the blade actually sharpened.
Yeah, it's almost like it cuts it here, and then as it's flying around up higher, it chops it there kind of thing.
So that's the idea. Is I need to, normally the first step would be to take the original chute thing off the side.
Already done.
Which I already did. And then I'm going to need to take that off.
So we can't, because this won't, because it's going to block this, right? So
yes,
when you put that on, that half of that comes across this and encloses it.
Yeah.
Half of that circular shroud thing over there? What'd you call that?
Sure, shroud sounds good. It shrouds the blades.
Circular shroud. On to the next step, huh?
You know it.
Sweet. Oh, you were cruising right along, so...
So normally the first step would be to take the key out, pull the spark plug wires, and then you can pull this off the side. It just goes down right here. It's got 3 bolts that hold it on. It's these square ones.
Square.
So this one here, that one there, and the one Jake's touching, and then this will come off.
And then that's it. And of course, what you took off was different. Most people probably would not be taking that off.
No,
so.
most people wouldn't have that on to begin with.
Okay, so what's your next step?
The next step is to jack it up in the air so I can get to the bottom side of it and start doing some stuff under there. So I'll go ahead and get to that point and we'll be back.
Sweet.
So next steps are going to be on this thing to take some more bolts out. So over here on this side, there's these two bolts right here that are holding like a little baffle piece right here that needs to come out.
Okay.
And then we need to take this bolt out. And then we get to look at some of the...
What does that bolt do?
It's a hole that's there for what we're doing.
Oh, okay. So they planned this.
Apparently.
That's pretty awesome. And this way with it.
And then there's another bolt that we actually have to pull this out for.
Look at that.
Right.
Yeah, see there's like an extra...
Right here.
Right there?
We need to take that bolt out.
Oh, yeah, it's like an extra pulley.
Yeah, that's a spare. You just flip it over.
Sweet, I like that.
I don't know what it's for. It's probably the same pulley used for lots of things. But we have it jacked up. We have it sitting on jack stands, so it's nice and safe.
Yep, yes.
We've also removed the spark plug wires.
This sucker's heavy. Yeah.
Spark plug wires are
we
taken
don't
off.
need anything accidentally started.
The key is pulled out.
Yes. See, we practice safety.
Yeah, safety.
Not first, like Mike Rowe, but we practice safety.
So, take off some bolts.
Take out some bolts.
And then remove the blades, I think, are the next couple of steps.
Sweet.
So it's going to take off some bolts. And then we're probably going to film taking off the blades.
Yeah, I like that. That's cool. All right.
Okay, so ended up taking all those bolts out that I just talked about. I'll point at them one more time. There's a bolt right here behind this pulley. And it just comes out. There's no nut on that one. There's a bolt right here. It's the same thing, just comes out. It's self-tapping. And then there were two bolts with nuts right here. And that is this. So those are those two bolts.
That was a little sort of extension on that. Not really a chute, but sort of directional.
It's a baffle-y chute thing.
Baffle chute.
And
it's a baffle chute.
The next step will be take the blades off.
Taking
so that will be underneath.
Sweet.
So this particular model uses 15/16 bolts, or bolts that use a 15/16 head. Wear gloves when you're doing this.
Yeah, because you could cause the blade to spin.
So
nice work.
that comes out as a unit. Going to be reusing the bolt and washer and cup thingy bob.
I didn't expect the cup to come out with it.
Yeah, it surprised me the first time. But I need to do that here and over there.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to take some time to clean some of this up because the new baffle is going to need to go against this deck.
Cool.
So that's what I'm going to do next.
Sweet.
Spent some time scraping all that gunk out from the underside of the deck and got grass all over me.
Fair amount.
That was gross.
You got it up your arm. Looked like you went hay and...
Yeah, it was gross.
We were talking about that. I grew up on a farm, haying a lot with horrible allergies. That was disgusting. Slobber, can't breathe. Still had to do it though. Dead. Oh well, you know what though? It probably helped me be less allergic to it because I got bombarded by it so much. I thought I was going to die even as a teenager though, but I did it. I lived. But you tried it once, you were saying, and that was enough for you.
Yeah, I helped a friend buck bales one time, and it was not for me.
And that was it. So that's what he looked like when he had all that up his arm. But you got that done, so that's good.
So now we've got the baffle itself, which I'm going to slide under there and attempt to install. I might need Jake's help.
Yeah.
Because the bolts go up from below.
So it's got to be held, and we got to get both bolts in
we got new bolts.
New bolts.
And nuts.
Shiny.
Came in the kit. And there's two of them that hold this baby on.
Okay.
So
let's get under there and do it.
Put stuff where I can maybe reach it, I hope.
You hope.
Yeah. So then...
You know where you hope the train goes, but you can't know for sure.
I is a professional.
You is. We are not professionals. Remember, we are the fearless intermediates. Just gonna hold that right like that. So I can't do that yet. I'm hitting the jack.
Oh.
So we gotta like pivot behind it. There's plenty of room.
We'll just move the jack stand.
Right,
This is already. This is holding it up.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
That's easy. That's probably good. That's probably the closest close-up you ever want to see, and then some.
Okay.
Good?
Yeah, we're good. We're
Sweet.
gonna need to ratchet it from above, but so those 2 bolts
Yep.
went into those 2 bolt holes that I was talking about pulling out.
That were just, okay.
They were just bolts by themselves.
It is nice when you get something from the manufacturer, because when it's from the manufacturer, they've already accounted for all this, rather than sometimes third-party stuff is awesome, and sometimes it's like, I don't know, they're like, oh, this sort of works. Right?
Good enough.
Good enough.
It's only for Jake.
In this case, it's only for Tom, so it's double help.
So this is the blade that I just took out, and it's actually an aftermarket blade, but they're all kind of the same as their design. The idea is this is here to throw the grass up and or out the side, and then the blade itself is what cuts it. And you always want the flat side of the blade down.
Makes sense.
So this spins like this, then it chops it
So it spins clockwise.
from above.
From above. From below. That would get confusing, it's because it spins counterclockwise, but flat side down.
Yeah, flat side down. And so the new ones are kind of in place now, so I was just showing you the old one. And then we'll go down there and I'll tighten them up.
Let's get under this puppet once again.
That was loud.
That was.
I'll just do this one first, I guess.
Blades in.
Blades are now installed, so
And of course, so is this, what do we call this thing?
baffle.
This baffle. Yeah, it really does like almost seal the blades in. Boy, I didn't realize how close those came together in the center. That's pretty darn close.
And so that's why there's a little cutout here. But that's the idea, is to have each blade be separated from each other, and just recirculates the grass and chops it multiple times and then drops down into the grass and hopefully disappears.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
I mean, it looks cool because it looks like it really, you know what it looks like? Hovercraft right now.
Ooh. Wonder if we could reverse it somehow and have it float.
I think that's a project.
Weighs 850 pounds, so probably not.
We might have to light it up. Okay, so what is your next step now? I mean,
Just reassembly. So I guess over here, real quick, of those 3 bolts that you take out to take the flap off the side, you're supposed to put this one back in, because it's actually within this baffle here
Oh,
to
so
keep
they're
grass
using
from
that?
flying
Oh.
out. Except there's this hole here and this hole here,
so that doesn't do anything. That's just to plug the hole.
just to plug the hole.
Heck, we don't care about these holes.
But we're not gonna plug these 2.
Those holes don't matter.
This one I made, so this is like
That doesn't count.
That one
and
doesn't count.
if you put that wherever it is,
it's over there.
You put there it is somewhere. There it is. If you put that back on, obviously you want the hole. So that may be something.
Yeah,
but you
these are the 2
clearly
holes
don't
for
need it here because this is a. I mean, I guess you could put it back on and just be closed down. That wouldn't do anything.
Just because I'm me.
Oh, you can't because you needed some of the holes, right? And you just wanted it off anyway to keep it clean.
Okay, and then the last steps are to reinstall, not to remove, we already did that. The cover. It's just got these, you know, snap-on quick nut thingies that it lays upon.
Well, that's a quick attach. I didn't know that.
Come on.
Quick attach, quick off. Or what do you call those? You know?
Wing nut.
Yeah, but they're like for speed and ease. That's nice, Gravely.
Apparently in previous years, some of these actually had a hinge here and it folded up. But people were complaining that it folded up and got in the way, so
Yeah, I can see that.
they just changed it so it just bolts down.
That's nice.
And then we've got our spark plug wires to hook back up. There's one right here.
2 of them. This sucker's
There's one
massive.
there. And then one over here. And then the key.
And the key. And that's officially done on the assembly part. So next is testing.
Yeah.
Man, you've gotten really comfortable turning and good at that since I saw you last when we first got this.
Better at it.
Yeah.
Not
like,
great.
No, I didn't see any marks on the lawn though, anything where you were turning around, nothing, you didn't leave anything. That was pretty smooth.
If you were looking at my face, there was a couple times where I went,
That's still a big improvement.
So the lawn wasn't very long, so I guess I don't know how much I just cut off, at least 1/4 of an inch, but
yeah, I mean, you
I
can
don't
see
anything.
Well, yeah, you can. No, you can. I mean, you can see some of the stuff when you came over the edge that came off. So it's even more than a 1/4 inch. I'd say a good 1/2 inch on a lot of this.
But I don't see any of that on the lawn.
No, nothing.
So it looks like it did a good job, and I wasn't going uncomfortably slow.
No, not at all. Because that's the other thing. You're supposed to slow down when you're using this, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I think I still see some moisture in here a little bit from this morning, but
That looks pretty good though. I'd say that's a nice improvement.
yeah, I think I like it so far.
Sweet. Well, that's a win. So, yeah, this man knows what's up. So I would
I
say
hurt my elbow.
it was a level of difficulty in the install. What would you say?
It was pretty easy, honestly. I was afraid it was going to be more difficult, but after we've done it, to change it back, all you have to do is take out this bolt here and another bolt that's in there that I don't want to get around because this is hot.
Yeah.
And that whole baffle kit will fall off, and then
Yeah, and you
if I
could
have
leave
to.
the mulching blades if you wanted to swap this out for a little bit. You don't have to change that out, just so you're shooting the grass out the side. So that was pretty cool. So,
yeah, it was easier than the shoe blocker. The shoe blocker I had to actually drill some holes and do some install stuff on.
yeah. So this is the Gravely Pro Stance 32 mulching kit.
Yeah.
Mulching kit. Nice and easy if you want to do it in your mulching, because it doesn't mulch very well without that. It really doesn't. And you didn't have to slow down much. So that was pretty cool. So I'd say we're going to wrap this up. That's a pretty big win, huh?
Yeah, so far I like it.
Awesome. Thanks for checking this out. Have yourself a good rest of the day. Whatever you like. I like iced tea. I think you should have that. It's cooling off here, but it's still a little bit warm. But thanks for hanging out. Subscribe for more. Post a comment. Tell us what you'd like to see, or if you have any questions on this. That's what the community does quite a bit, is post questions on, hey, does it do this or that, or where'd you get it? Let us know if we missed something. We love you. Have an awesome rest of the day. It's Uncle Jake from Motors and Mischief. See you next time. I'll take you out with a fist bump of friendship. Whoop-ow! Tell you what.
So I'll look at the instructions and see if I'm forgetting anything.
Remember, boys and girls, instructions, you don't start them. Instructions are for when you get stuck.
Sure.
So says Uncle Jake. So say we all. What's that even from?
Battlestar Galactica.
I don't even know I was quoting. That's how good I am.
Safety third.
Safety third. What is, I can never remember what his order is, but if we're quoting it, we should probably figure out.
I'm not exactly sure, but probably there's production, actually being able to do your job somewhere in there.
Yep.
1 or 2. I don't know what the 1 and 2 are.
Thanks, Mike Rowe. We almost even know the order. Okay.
We might just leave that section out, Joel.
Yeah, what's the next step?
Cut.
Cut. Scene. I think that's what they yell, right?
I don't know.
Scene. That's what we're yelling.
Okay.
Scene.